In a dramatic escalation of tensions between the federal government and local authorities, U.S. President Donald Trump has ordered the deployment of military personnel to Portland, Oregon, and other immigration detention centers. This move, framed as a response to domestic terrorists threatening federal facilities, has sparked immediate backlash from city leaders and raised fresh questions about the balance of power between Washington and local governments. But here's where it gets controversial. Trump's directive to use full force has ignited a firestorm of debate over the potential militarization of American cities, and whether this is truly about safety or a calculated political strategy. The president's announcement came via a social media post directing Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth to send troops to Portland, a city long seen as a liberal stronghold. "We are protecting our ICE facilities from Antifa and other domestic terrorists," Trump wrote, a statement that immediately drew sharp criticism from Democratic officials. Portland Mayor Keith Wilson fired back, declaring, "The number of necessary troops is 0. The president will not find lawlessness here unless he plans to create it." His words underscore a growing rift between Trump's administration and cities governed by Democrats, who argue that federal intervention is both unwarranted and inflammatory. And this is the part most people miss. The situation echoes the 2020 protests in Portland following George Floyd's death, when federal agents were deployed to the city under similar rhetoric. At the time, critics argued that the presence of armed officers only heightened tensions rather than quelling unrest. U.S. Senator Ron Wyden of Oregon even suggested Trump might be replaying the 2020 playbook by sending troops to provoke conflict. Oregon Governor Tina Kotek echoed this sentiment, stating our communities are safe and calm while demanding transparency from the White House. The Pentagon's vague response, stating only that military personnel are ready to mobilize, has left many scratching their heads. Are National Guard troops being used, or active duty soldiers? What exactly constitutes full force? These unanswered questions have fueled speculation about the administration's true intentions. Meanwhile, Homeland Security officials have doubled down, with spokesperson Tricia McLaughlin asserting, "This administration is not playing games," as ICE agents in cities like Chicago and New York face violent protests over immigration raids. But here's what's really at stake: Trump's broader agenda. By labeling Antifa, a decentralized anti-fascist movement, as a terrorist organization, the president has stoked fear and division. Yet law enforcement agencies have never officially linked Antifa to any terrorist act in the U.S. Critics argue this designation is a political tool to justify crackdowns on left-leaning activism. The most high-profile incident involving Antifa remains the 2020 shooting of a far-right protester in Portland, a case that exposed the complexities of defining terrorism in an era of polarized protests. As tensions escalate, and yet Trump's administration insists its focus is on criminals, even as data shows declining violent crime rates in many urban areas. Is this a genuine effort to enhance public safety, or a divisive tactic to rally his base? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe this military action is justified, or is it another step toward normalizing authoritarian tactics in American democracy?